Hello everyone, thanks for dropping by. It's now been 2 weeks since the US presidential election and I noticed that the protests are still going on. I don't know what these snowflakes are going to think they achieve, but it isn't going to happen. On January 20th next year, Donald will be inaugurated as your 45th president. If you think you're going to change the American electoral college system, you've got another thing coming. So you can protest and wave your homemade banners as much as you want, but it's not going to happen. So what's going to happen after January 20th next year when the new administration kicks into gear? Donald's filling his administration with patriots and hardliners, and I suspect there will be a crackdown and you're going to have to learn the hard way that you can't get your own way in life. I know you come out from the bubble of mummy and daddy's house to be brainwashed in assorted colleges throughout America, but life doesn't work that way. So I suggest you go back to your college and start attending classes and start to get yourself an education. Those of you who are sitting for decent ones. Those of you who are sitting for Mickey Mouse degrees, you're not going to find they work any good in the real world. The real world is cold, the real world is ugly, and the real world doesn't care for your degrees. There's no safe spaces out here. Everything has to have a price, which means you're going to have to toe the line, otherwise you'll be left out in the cold and your life will end up being useless. Also, I've seen by the various mug shots of the protesters that have been elected, they're no more college students than what I am. They look like the fascist left wing, which is similar to what we have in this country, and they have an agenda which is to overthrow the US government via communist Marxist means, but they're also not going to be successful because communism and Marxism have no place in America. So what can the federal government do about it? The federal government, for a start off, can issue an arrest warrant for sedition to George Soros and have to put him on trial so the Americans see what sort of a bastard he is. Put him in prison for a long prison sentence so he'll probably die in prison, or better still deport him to Russia and let the Russians deal with him because they want him for sedition or whatever. You can also arrest Hillary Clinton and Donald can do what he said during the campaign. Soros might be a bastard, but Hillary Clinton is a bloody sight worse because she's got the blood on her hands of 500,000 to 1 million people. She also represents all what is rotten in the American political system. She also represents all what is corrupt in the American political system, seeing that the sources of money that she got during her failed campaign come from such unsavoury places as Saudi Arabia. George Soros also bet his farm on her winning, and he thought that she'd had it in the bag with the biased American media coverage, but as the results on the 8th showed, it did not happen. As for these celebrities, these smug, self-entitled, self-satisfied, self-righteous pricks in Hollywood land, a lot of them said that they're going to leave America if Trump became president. I'll tell you this, none of them are going to leave. So what can be done about them? Simple. The people that voted for Trump, boycott them. Don't watch their movies, don't buy their records, don't attend the conferences. If they're a sports personality, don't attend the matches. During the TV transmission of these movies, etc. that they're in, the advertisement for merchandise and products, boycott them. Hit them in the wallet. That's the only thing that they understand. The bottom line, money. That's what drives them. As for the snowflakes, grow up. Life doesn't revolve around you. You're only a few thousand. 60 million Americans voted for Trump. Deal with it. Have we got that? Deal with it. As for the Trump administration, I suspect, in fact I predict, it's going to be a good one, good for America. Jobs come back. He's already upsetting the world with the Trans-Pacific Partnership deal being scrapped. I suspect he's got other things planned, lower taxes, less regulation, bringing American jobs back. What he could do is abolish the Fed and get control of his own money supply, but we'll have to wait and see if he does do that. As it is, he's filling his government up with the right kind of people to do what he says he's going to do in the campaign, so we'll have to see what happens. If these protests carry on, I might do another talking to a camcorder video just to give my neutral point of view about what I see is going on, but until then, those 4 African Americans that beat up that poor white guy, I'm glad they got caught, and I hope they're given at least 5 years in prison. Give them plenty of time to think about what they did. 8% of African Americans voted for Trump. Those 8% are probably as disgusted as anyone else in America outside of what these people did. They might have the same skin colour, but their attitude is different. The ones that did it don't represent the mainstream African Americans. There's 300,000 multi-millionaire African Americans in America. There's several million that trying to get through college, to have a decent education, to get out of the neighbourhoods that they lived in. The ones that beat up that guy, they don't represent the mainstream. They're just the outer fringes, trash end of the African American community. But I'm not going to say any more about that. Everybody knows who they are now, so let's hope the next time you see them is in that orange jumpsuit, preferably in the cell next to Hillary Clinton and George Soros. Anyway, I'll wrap it up now. Right people, you know the routine. Like, dislike, comment, subscribe. Oh, before I go, the Jennifer Connelly was going to, she's a movie out next month called Passengers. I was going to see it, but after reading what she said about Donald Trump, nah, she can stick it. Won't affect me in Britain, but I thought I'd give my unofficial protest and not put any money in her pocket, otherwise it'd just encourage her. I don't know Mila Jovovich, what her opinion is, because she's got a movie out next year. We're going to see that. And Kate Beckinsale in the new Underworld movie. She's British and she's one of us and not an American, so she really doesn't count because she's not one of the Hollywood American crowd. Anything more? No. I'll wrap it up now. If anything more happens, I might do another talking to a camcorder video, give my opinion again, but until then, you know the routine. Like, dislike, completely up to you, but if you comment and you swear and call me names, etc., I'll simply ban you and block you. Right, until the next one, bye.